I think you guys will be able to see the recording again. Anyway, so if order ID is selected, wherever the order ID is matching, you will get the result, and wherever it is not matching, you will get null as the output. But the concept of join that everyone gets confused with is it's not directly just giving the rows together. It is saying that based on the common column, whichever is your common column, this is your common column and this is your common column. Now, based on the common column, wherever the rows values are matching, based on those, one second, based on these, the output will be matched. Like if one is matching over here with one, based on that one matching, the rest of the details will be given up. The rest of the details will be combined at the form of join. Got that point, firstly? Now, same way, if I do right join, okay, if I do right join and let's say I take up again the same columns over here. Now, just consider that now I am considering the customer ID of orders table because I'm doing a right join. I will consider the customer ID of the orders table. You have the power when you write the SQL syntax, you will see you have the power to choose that if you have the common column, like customer ID is common here, customer ID is common here as well. You have the power to write in the select statement that which customer ID do you want, the customer's one or the order's one. It's completely on you. And one more thing, guys, just because the column name is same doesn't mean it is a common column. Like I'm not saying that customer ID is a common column because it's the name which is exactly the same. No, the name will always not be the same. It's about content of the column. If you syntactically, logically, business wise know that this is something which represents this, this can be stated as something like cust ID. But the fact that logically we know that this is the same customer ID that is present as CID over there, then it's the same thing. Got the point? So it's not the name that matters, the content also matters. Okay? Is that simple thing clear? Okay. Now, when I'm doing a right join over here, when I'm doing a right join, I know that right join what it does, it returns all the records from the right table and the matching records from the left table, right? So these are the records that match in both the tables, so I'll first state them up over here. Now apart from that, I have one more person called customer ID 8 who has given us an order of 6,000 rupees, but I don't have a matching row for order ID 8. So what will be filled up over here? Null. Null. That's how the output of the right join will get computed. Is that clear for everyone? And lastly, the full join or the full outer join. What does the full outer join tells us? That here all the output will be, all the tables output will be coming up, which means the left tables details, the right tables details, the matching records, everything will come up in the output. Now you should know this, that syntactically there is nothing like full outer join in MySQL. Like MySQL doesn't support full outer join. You can write inner join, you can write right join, you can write left join. You can't write full outer join. It's not supported in MySQL. So how do we make it work? We basically combine the left join and the right join. So if you do a union of left join and the right join, don't you think you will ideally get the entire output? Yes or no? Your full outer join tells you that everything from the left table, everything from the right table, and the matching records are needed as full outer join. So, this gives you everything from the left table, this gives you everything from the right table, and the matching ones are also present in between both of them. Don't you think a union will solve the problem? This is the workaround. Don't you think this is a workaround for full outer join? Yes or no? Yes, right? So I'll take everything from the left join. That will be the output. And what is the extra part? This. So I'll just take it up. And that will be the output of your full outer join. Everything that is present in the customers table, orders table, and the matching records. Now is joins clear for everyone? I completely did this in Excel so that you never forget join from now on. Is this clear for everyone?
But Meghna, for the outer join, like full join, the old ID also will come, right?
The
Old ID from the right table,
Yeah, it is coming, right?
no, only customer ID. Old ID,
Order ID, you mean?
order ID. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
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 order
full
ID.
outer join doesn't full see again, join is about the rows getting combined. Nothing to do with the columns. Okay, so if whatever you select let's say you want to select these four columns, only these four columns will come as out. That's what I was trying to
Okay.
say. If you want to, put order ID also in the output, you can select order ID.
That
Got
means
my point?
whatever I want to have the output, then only
Yes,
it will show.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Whatever, it's the power of select, right? Whatever you select, that will come up in the output.
Okay. Not like fuller join means all the tables will
Yeah.
not come.
No,
Okay.
it's about rows. Join over here, these four type of joins, it has everything to do with joining rows based on the matching columns. That is it. Yeah, you
Okay.
have joins apart from these as well, but this is something which are the basic four joins. Apart from that, you have cross join, which has nothing to do with this concept. You have self join, which is a completely different concept. But any which ways, we'll cover that later. First thing is these four primary joins. Is this clear for everyone? Okay, now we'll see the syntax. Give me 1 minute. Yeah. So how the syntax works is select. We'll come to the select part later. From table 1. If you want, you can give an alias to table 1, like you can write as T1. Join, you can state the join or the join type, whichever you're joining with. Table 2, whichever your table 2 is, you can again give an alias as T2. On, give the joining, on is a clause, okay, which will help you define your join, that what is the common column based on which you're joining. So T1 dot, let's say, column 1 equals to T2 dot column 1. And now in the output, you get to choose that which tables column do you want. If you want anything from the first table, you will write T1 dot those columns. If you want anything from the second table, you will write T2 dot that particular column name, whatever column name you want. Right? That's the basic syntax. Is that clear for everyone? Everybody clear with the syntax? Okay. Now look at the supplier table that we created and the fruits table that we have. What is the common column between both of them? What about others? Can everyone look at both the columns, both the tables? Okay. So can I say that imported from column in fruits and country column in uh suppliers table is actually the common column between both of them? Everyone agrees to that? So let's say I want to do inner join and I'll give you the use case as well. Let's say I only want to return fruit details that have valid suppliers, which means their details is also present in the supplier table, right? The question is clear for everyone. So wherever the country matches, I want those fruits basically. So I've written very simply from fruits join suppliers, and it's an inner join on the imported from country, I mean imported from column of fruits and country column of suppliers. And likewise I've selected the the outputs in the select clause, and if you see I get the outputs of wherever there is a matching record, right? So is it clear for everyone? I got the supplier name for every fruit over here. Is it clear for everyone till here? F is basically the alias for denoting the fruits table. S is the alias for denoting the suppliers table. You can write as F as well. But just that when you write tables alias, when you write the alias for tables, you may not give the as keyword. It's a shortcut. Even if you don't give the as keyword, it still works. If you want, you can give the as keyword. Now I'm writing that fruits F, which means the alias of fruits is F and alias of suppliers is S. So the on clause is denoting the common column. So imported from column of F, which is fruits, is equals to country column of S, which is suppliers. And then in the select statement, I'm selecting designated columns like F dot name, which means I'm selecting the fruit name from the F or fruits column, sorry, fruits table. Okay, I'm selecting the fruit name column from the fruits table. Same way imported from column from the fruits table, supplier name column from the supplier table. So s dot supplier means I'm denoting that here I'm referring to the suppliers table, and in that table I'm referring to this column. Is it clear now? What about others? Is this clear? Okay, same way if I want to do left join, which means all the records from the left table and matching records from the right table. Let's say I want to show all fruits even if there is no supplier. Such a use case where I want to show all the fruits even if there is no supplier. What will I do? I'll do the same thing, but I'll just use left join, right? So I'll just write Everything similar, same. I've just written from fruits, left join suppliers. So now if you see, the output is again, I mean, I don't think we have any fruit with null as the supplier, but still I get all the outputs likewise. Got the concept?
While
Same way,
explaining,
like, sorry.
Meghna, yeah, while explaining, you said that we need to choose which one is the right table and which one is the left table. So
Yeah.
how to decide that?
That's a good question. So whichever table you place on the first, that's the left table. Whichever table you place in the next is the right table. So this here becomes the left table or the first table. This here becomes the right table or the second table. Okay. It completely depends on you and your use case. You can choose any table as your left, any table is on your right based on your use case. Like for example, if I want fruits and their suppliers, so I'll place fruits on left, suppliers on the right. Let's say my main focus is on suppliers and what are the fruits that these suppliers are supplying. So I might put suppliers on the left and fruits on the right. Even if you interchange them, the only thing is that the join will change, but the rest of the things will still be the same. Right? So it's on you, completely on you, whichever you want to choose. Got it? So same way for right join, if I want to show all the outline, if I want to show all the suppliers, even if they don't supply any fruit yet, I can still use the right join. So see, in this case, I can either use the right join like this, like fruits right join suppliers, so that I get all the suppliers even if they are not supplying any fruit currently. So see, there is this supplier, unused supplier, who is not supplying any fruit currently. You can either write it like this, or you can just write it like using left join also. You can write it something like this. It's just that here I will interchange it. So now suppliers becomes my left table, fruits become my right. The answer is still the same. So I hope you guys got the point, right? And when you are doing an full outer join, in this case, you are combining the left join and the right join together with union. Now, union and union all are two things. Okay, there is something called as union, there is something called as union all. But there's a very small difference between union and union all. Union all keeps duplicates versus union keeps, removes duplicates. Duplicate rows basically. The entire row, if it the entire row is same, it's a duplicate row. What I mean by that is, going back to the Excel. So let's say you have something like this. Let's say you have sales 2020, where you have the sale ID and you have the amount, let's say. I'm just giving an example. And let's say there is one more table called sales 2021. The same way you have sale ID and amount. So you have the ID 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you have amounts like 870, 900, 800, 670, 540. Okay, these are these two tables. If I do union all, it keeps the duplicates, which means your final table, let's say I'm naming the final table sales, will have all these rows from the first table and all the rows from the second table, which means even if this particular row over here, these two rows over here are duplicates, right? Even if there is a duplicate, it will stay. That's the point of union all. But instead, if you do union, everything will be like same. Everything will be like same. It's just that the unique rows will be kept, which means duplicates will be removed. That's the only difference between union and union all. Is that clear? Now, when I'm doing a full outer join, what do you think? Do we require union or we require union all? What about others? No. The answer is union. We don't require union all. Why do we need duplicate rows over here in the output when if they are giving the same information? So when you're combining left join and right join for full outer join, it will combine using union so that you don't get duplicate rows in the output. Is that clear for everyone? Second thing is that for union or for union all to happen, remember the number of columns and the data type should match. Like if you are matching sales 20 and sales 2021, the number of columns should match between whom you are doing the union, and the data type should also match. Even if the column name is not same, that's fine, but the data type and the number of columns should match. Like if the data type of the first column is integer, the second one also has to be integer. It cannot be string or text. And secondly, if you have two columns over here, it has to be two columns over here as well. Only then the match can happen, right? If you can't match something like this with something like this, it's an unmatch. So it has to be exactly in the same shape also. Got it? Is this clear for everyone? Even the decimal part has to be matched. It has to be exactly the same data type. And if it is not, like for example, if one of them is integer and one of them is decimal, it will automatically get converted to decimal. Got it? Everybody clear till here?
Meghna, can you explain again because I missed because of network issue?
Which part?
That you were telling, right, that column and data type should be same for
Right, right.
union all.
Yes. So I said for
Hello?
union or union all, any of it, for both of them, two things have to match the number of columns. Because if the column numbers don't match, which means if you're selecting, let's say, two columns in the first half of the union and three columns in the second half of the union, it's a mismatch. If you look at this, this will be a mismatch. So the shape has to match, like the number of columns have to match. Second is the data type also has to match of respective corresponding columns, which means the first column of the first half, if it this is integer, the second one also has to be of the same numeric data type. Got it?
Yeah, thank you.
Let's have a look at the syntax. Yeah. So over here, if I do a full outer join, which means I am trying to, let's say, fetch the complete picture of fruits and suppliers, even if they don't match. That's what I want out of the full outer join, right? Ideally. So here, I will basically do a left join. I've done a left join, simple left join, union, right join. But if you look at the columns, they're all matching. Like corresponding columns, numbers and the data types match. Even if the name is not same, that's fine. But at least the data type and the, number of columns should match, and this will be your entire output over here. Is this clear for everyone? So when you want to get common rows, you will use inner join. When you want to get rows from only one table and the matching rows from other table, you can use left join or right join based on your use case. And why, you can have a valid question that if both of them are doing the same job, why do we have left join and right join separately? The answer is, a lot of times you do multiple joins in the same query. You join multiple tables. So let's say you do A left join B. Okay, so you get an output. Now you want to do right join on C. So you need different kind of joins in that case, because in that case you can't change the position, right? So yeah, that's why you have different joins. And then finally, if you want all the results, left, right, matching, if you want everything, then you will use a full outer join. Is that clear for everyone? Okay, can you guys quickly try executing till here? Let me know once it's done. Okay, done everyone? Can we move to the next topic if you guys are done? Comment a yes or no quickly. Am I audible to you guys?
Yes, Meghna, you're audible.
Okay, so we can move to the next topic, right? Okay, cool. Next topic is cross joins. Like I said, cross joins is a whole different kind of join. It has nothing to do with common column, related column, etc. Cross join in itself is a very different thing. So cross join returns the Cartesian product of two tables, right? Which means that I'll show you up. Let's say you have first table, okay? Let's say you have a table A which has only one column, okay? Let's say column C. Under table A, column C, you have only two values A and B. Same way you have another table B where there is another column, let's say C1, who has values like 1, 2, 3. So Cartesian product or cross join, what it does is provides every possible combinations from both the tables. So the output will be A1, A2, A3, same way B1, B2, B3, same way C1, C2, and C3. All possible combinations between both the tables basically. That's Cartesian join. Every row from table A is combined with every row from table B. It doesn't have any joining condition, like any on clause is not there. In fact, you can create all possible combinations between two data sets. That's how cross joins work. It is used for simulation purposes, for testing purposes, and etc. In real time, we rarely use cross join because imagine if one table has millions of rows and another table also has millions of rows. Doing a cross join will basically just multiply the output immensely. That's the reason why we avoid cross join, but only for simulation testing purposes. Sometimes we do use. Is that clear?
Meghna, I have one question. In which scenario we will use cross join in real time?
That's what I was saying. Simulation and testing. Like let's say you want to create combination of all products and marketing channels. Okay. So you will use cross join for that. Let's say you want to simulate a data set, like create a data set with combinations. That's when you will use cross joins, etc.
Okay, okay, got it.
Okay. Let's say uh, I'm trying to create two tables for example, or we can do with the existing one. So let's say I select, let me create a table itself. I think it will be easier. So this is the first table A. By mistake, duplicate rows got inserted. Give me 1 minute. Let me delete it and create it again. Okay, so only two rows, A and B. Same way, I'll create one more table called B, which can have integer values. So insert into B values, say 1, 2, and 3. If I do a select star from B, you will see that it has only 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, likewise. Now what I'll do for cross join is I'll just select star from A cross join B. You don't have to give any condition. No joining condition, like no on clause, nothing. It will still work. See, it has given all possible condition combinations between the table A and the table B. Is this clear for everyone?
Meghna, there are only two columns. That's why it's giving like if there are multiple columns, then how it will work?
If you have multiple columns, like let's say you write select star from fruits cross join suppliers. Since there are multiple columns and multiple rows over here, it will create a combination of all of them. So it has selected all the columns from fruits from suppliers and created a combination. So that's why 340 rows got created. So it's simple permutation combination.
And if we want particular column only, then we have to give it in selects instead of select star, right?
So if you give, for example, name,
Mm-hmm.
comma, let's say from supplier, let's take country. Okay. Now let's try. See, now also 340 rows will get created because countries, there are so many countries. So for every fruit, all the countries are matched.
It's 212, right?
Sorry,
212 rows are there still.
340.
340. Then what is difference between if we are selecting name and country and if we are
No,
selecting
so the
star?
thing is, if you select star, all the columns will come up in the output. If you
And how they combined it means combination, how they did.
so basically all the rows from the first table is one set, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Getting combined with the rows of the second set. So let's say the first row of the fruits column is, let's say for fruit apple, something, something, that forms the first row, is combined with the first row, second row, third row, fourth row of suppliers. Same for everything. That's the reason if you see over here also, every fruit name is getting combined with every country present in both the tables.
Okay, but currently fruit tables have multiple columns, right?
Yeah.
So it's considering only name and country, not
Yeah.
other columns.
Here, yes.
For 826 number query. Means
826. No.
select star from fruits cross join suppliers
Yes.
in that case.
1 second. 826.
Means it's select star 829 just instead of column. If we are giving star, then it's selecting only two columns.
No, no, no. If you are selecting star, you have never mentioned the name and country, right? So how will SQL know that you want to do a cross join between name and country? So it's taking the entire first row of apple, like fruits, combining it with each and every row of supplier. But our tables rows are such that such combinations are basically, provided likewise. Got it?
Because both queries giving result as 340 only. So I'm little confused.
Sorry, I missed your last point. Can you come again?
Yeah, I says both queries giving same result. That is the 340 rows.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
why I little
because of
confused.
name or country, it's because of the values that are there in our table. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, got it. Means in short, it will combine all columns and
Hmm.
values.
Hmm.
Okay, got it.
But is cross join clear for everyone? Can I get a yes from or no from others, everyone else? Okay. Do you guys want me to continue and take other topics, or are you guys like not being able to take any more for today? I have no problem. I can continue. You can know. Let me know honestly, guys. Don't worry about it. I just want to know if you guys are being able to take any further for today. Okay, why I asked it is because, like I was saying, that due to some personal emergencies at my end, I have to travel. I'm going with medical treatments and etc. So I have to travel the next week. So, and next week you have Ugadi. So one holiday goes there, and Saturday I think I won't be available. And even the next week, I'm not very sure. After that, I will be present because of the, I mean, I know that the treatments will get over. So that means there will be a gap. But in that gap, what I've planned is I'll give you guys assignments and some tests and practices. So are you guys okay with that?
Yeah, that will helpful. Meghna, just one request. Please don't change the time of the sessions as we have 9:30 to 12:30. It's fine if it went till 1:30. Please don't change other time.
Yeah, I get it. I get the timing issues. But what happened is like I said, you know, right, that if someone goes into the hospital, the whole entire day goes there with all the checkups and
Yes,
etc.
yes, yes. I agree.
That's
I
the
agree.
reason. That's
Simply you
the
can give holiday on that day because it's all messed up.
I understand, but I didn't want you guys to miss out on time and syllabus. So, okay, but I'll give you guys practice questions. I'll give you guys tests and assignments. Does that work?
So, Meghna, when you give the assignments and practice tests, can you include all the topics like Tableau and Excel also? Kind of
Okay.
case study will be good.
Okay. Sure, sure. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Let me paste all the codes that we discussed today in the doc. Can we start it?
Uh, Meghna, I have a doubt.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
So I started the class in March. So here you are telling from Excel topic and someone is saying to give topic from Tableau as well. So I don't get it.
Yeah, there are people from previous batches as well, but it's
Okay.
okay. If you have not covered Excel Tableau, it will get covered later. But any which ways, with the topics that is covered for you, you can answer only those questions.
Okay.
Or
Mm,
you can partition it as the Excel, Tableau, and SQL. So that will also helpful.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, it will be partition. You can't combine all of them together.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so don't worry, I'll do that. One second. So here is the link for the Google Doc, which has all the notes, queries, etc. that we practiced today. So I have few action items for you guys that you have to definitely do. And trust me, if you don't follow that, you will be at loss at the end of the day. Okay. So you have to watch the recording again. If you don't watch the recording, whatever you understood today, you will forget it. I can give you 100% guarantee. You will forget it. SQL is like that. Okay. You have to practice it. Now, once you are done watching the recording and doing the questions that we practiced in class, I want you to go to the website called SQL Zoo. You can just go to your browser and search SQL Zoo. Start practicing tutorials and exercises from this website until the topic that we have covered. So we have covered till joins and we have covered aggregations, group buys, etc. All of that. Finish your exercises till there. It will take you 1 week completely to finish up SQL Zoo, but do that. Right? Can I expect everyone to honestly go through this exercises? Considering you all are working professionals, you won't be able to give ample amount of time. That's why I said 1 week it will need you. One complete week it will take you to complete SQL Zoo till all the topics. Okay. All right. Cool.
Meghna,
Yeah.
anything like you have given the like topic, I mean assignment link for SQL, like SQL. So anything, something like that for Tableau, if we want to practice more.
Unfortunately, for Tableau and Excel, you don't have such websites. SQL
Okay.
has the most amount of website and practice questions, and then Python. But for Tableau and Excel, you don't have. The only way to practice Tableau and Excel is through, like just taking up data sets and case studies and solving it and building dashboards or building analysis on that. So I'll try to form case studies manually. And I'll try to give it.
Because actually what is happening with me, like little bit Tableau is going tough for me. So what I do, I mean, I just take the case study from YouTube and like practice together or something like that. So I was asking.
Yeah,
If,
that also you can do. Yes, but
yeah,
the problem is if you take it up from YouTube, the answer is also right there. So you will
yeah,
tend to look
exactly,
at the
that's why
answer.
I asked you.
You will tend to look at the answer. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah, that happens. Yeah,
Yeah, so I will just form the case studies.
yeah, sure, sure. Thank
Mm.
you, thank you.
Okay, cool. All right. Any questions, any doubts that you want me to answer? Okay, no questions, no doubts. Cool. But please do go through this exercise. Please go through the recordings. If possible, go through the recording today or tomorrow because this concept is fresh in your mind. And if you just practice now, the topic will be concrete. Then start your SQL Zoo. Okay. And don't try to look at the answers. In fact, SQL Zoo doesn't have answers in the same website. But if you Google up answers, you will get obviously. But don't try to do that. First, try to answer and give it a good, fair enough try, and then go ahead and look at the answers. Okay. Cool. All right. Thank you so much for attending the session. I'll see you guys in the next class. Let's see when I will be back. But even if I'm not back, I'll give the practice questions, the test questions, and etc. Actually, the all the topics that we covered today, usually I cover it up in 3 classes. So I think you guys cooperated really well, and you guys could, maybe because you guys are all working professionals, so you guys really coped up well. So good job on that. But it will require you a lot of practice for sure. Okay.
Just one question, Meghna. I mean, we will be getting those assignments and practice tests in Drive only, right? Google Drive only.